How's that?
Really? This is what we're doing now?
Just hanging out in San Francisco. Yeah, Spider-Man's usually in New York, but we'll try San Francisco.
Okay, okay. Um, I don't. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
No, I'm just
Uh,
messing around. I'm in. I'm in. There you go. Unfortunately, that's the real thing. Yeah.
hey, that it's a beautiful thing.
Hey,
How's my mic sound? I'm trying something
clean,
totally different.
clean.
Good, good.
Good.
I'm
Yep.
waiting for somebody to pop up. Well, I
Gotcha.
don't know where
Derek.
where she's at.
Okay. Derek's trying
But
to get
how you
into it.
doing, man?
Big
See if we
D.
get this thing going. Yeah. Um, anyway,
There
what's
he is.
good with you, man?
Man, I'm going back tomorrow. I had 15 beautiful days off, and I got to go back tomorrow. So
15 beautiful days?
yes, yeah, I was. Now the crazy thing is, for the first time and since a kid has been born, first kid is coming up on 12 years old. I have the whole house to myself because they stayed down for a few extra days, and so I got the whole place. It's never been this quiet in years.
It must be nice. It must be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it is. It is. I miss them, but it's nice to just not have anybody in it. Like anytime you try and do something like work wise, computer, kids are always running by the screen. Hey, yo, I'm trying to do something. Be quiet. There's no interruptions right here, so we're good.
Okay, all right. So let's get to the nitty gritty, my mans. I have a friend that's going to join in a second, but
Yep.
I like to talk this shit. And you've been around for a minute.
Yep.
You've been around for a minute.
Yep.
Um,
I would say you could say definitely a little bit. Yep.
so what do you do? Just so we can share this with people. What do you
I've been
do?
I've been a city letter carrier for 18 years.
18 years.
Yep.
That means you're on the old pay scale.
Yeah, table one. Uh,
Oh, so you're not one of those that are crying about the new pay scale, huh?
no, be nice to see everything equalized to get these guys, what I believe they deserve. It's definitely very strange to still be working at two tier, but we'll see what's going to happen whenever the heck we find out about this contract.
Okay. Um, let's see who we got going on here.
There she is.
It's a lovely lady. We gonna mix it up a little bit. How you doing there, young lady?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Nice to see you.
This
Nice.
is your chooch. We keeping real names out of this.
Yep, we refer to chooches in good ways and bad ways where I'm from, but
I accidentally had my real name the first time. I had to fix it.
I saw that pop up. I was like, but
Yeah.
that's all right. That's all right. So you saw the backstory to Sheba, right? Chooch,
yo,
talking to you.
yeah,
You saw the backstory, right?
yeah, yes, I did, I did. Sorry, it just said my internet connection was a little unstable, but I think I'm good now. So yeah, in terms of what was the last thing you said? I apologize.
I said you saw the backstory to what
Oh
she had going on, right?
yes. I did see your first yeah video you put out. Yes, I did.
Okay. So, so this is what we were just talking before you joined the room about what the two different tables of carriers are going through. And
Hmm.
you're one of those that are in the new uh
Yeah.
table. He's old school. He's one of my people. So we ain't got no we think you lazy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You got work for what we get.
Oh
No.
man. Uh,
Yeah.
But I'm in the
Yes.
middle of this because I don't carry mail. I've never touched a piece of mail to deliver, so I'm just kind of the outsider here. We were gonna have a few more people join. I might get one more in there, but so the things that she's going through right now is pretty brutal. You know, when you started, though, how long did it take for you to be career?
I made regular in 1 year. I was very lucky at that time. Yeah, I know. Here come. See the reaction, Sheba. See his reaction. That says it all right there. Because when I got in my station, you're talking guys telling me 5, 6 years as a PTF before they ever saw regular. I just happened to come in at a time where a gentleman who had carried for about 40 years, Vietnam vet, had been ready to retire, and boom, that opened up the door for me to regular in 1 year. So you could say my voyage, has been, I got my stories to tell on the ugly side, but at the same time, yeah, in terms of making regular and getting to the max pay scale, 12 and a half years, and then now I've just passed 18 years.
Okay,
So yeah.
Wow.
we lost you there. What'd you say?
I think it's, oh, it,
That's your raggedy setup there, Sheba.
oh, is it, do I need to put I see you guys got the green screen. I don't know how you guys did that, but I don't know. I don't,
No, this I'm sitting in my studio. I don't know
Yeah,
what you're talking
yeah,
about.
and
This is
I'm right behind. I'm sitting in on a
yeah,
mountain behind with the Golden Gate Bridge behind me. Yeah,
your nice setup.
I really want to remove this because I feel like it looks ridiculous, but at the same time, yeah. Well, I guess I got the same setup as you behind me. Jay's always got the fancy stuff behind him.
this is just a looping video in the background. That's all this is. I just happen to anyway, I'm learning. I'm learning. Wish
Yeah.
I could show you guys what is going on here. Um, but here's the thing. She's gone through a lot just to try to fight to where you're at. And we haven't had a female part of our chat group. And I figured that this would be the time. She's almost as vulgar as we are after having a conversation with her. I was shocked. Don't let the looks fool you. But I don't want to take nothing out of her mouth. I want her to express what it is she want to talk about because he's been in 18 years. And I think you're just hitting 18 years old, right, young lady?
No, I'm 30 this year. I'll be 30.
Ooh, slow down. Ooh,
Hey, but
94,
I
baby.
just did the math today, and I've been at the Postal Service in total of 9 years. Often I've left and came back 3 times.
Damn.
I was a rural carrier for 2. I was a CCA in my small town. I was going to say my city, but in my small town, over about 30 minutes away from my hometown for about 2 years, and then I transferred over to my hometown and delivered for 2 years. Resigned, came back, but I restarted every time that I moved. So I would have been regular carrier like 3 times,
Wow.
3 times. So I'm excited. I finally got my PTS paperwork in the mail. So took two
Yeah,
years. Excited
Sheba.
about it.
Congratulations. Yeah, you sent me that the other day. Now that just means you're gonna be really broke.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what my supervisor said when he handed it to me. He was like, congratulations. But see, I ended up falling on my 5 day break in service. So my 5 day break in service is right before I convert as a PTF. I mean, because the route came up, someone retired. I got the route, but I get my break in service before they actually convert me. So I get my 5 days off. And he was like, how are you going to pay your bills? I'm like, I'm not irresponsible. I mean, I am, broke, but I'm prepared to have those 5 days off. So,
Well, you're clearly broke because the other guy from the Millionaire Morning Show said that you don't even have insurance.
yeah, I did forget to add that in there. That was my fault.
No, it's just because you don't have insurance. Let him tell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him tell it. I was just telling somebody that story the other day. So you're PTF now, or you're going to be converting to career?
It's a little bit of both.
I mean,
I,
full-time career.
5-day break in service ended up coming right before the route goes up for bid. So the route goes up for bid on this Saturday, today, well, yesterday. And so I have to wait for it to actually be available for me. Nobody wants it. I already know that. So I have to wait a couple weeks. But I ended up going PTF right before the route ends up going up. So it happened at the same time. There's a route open available for me. I was getting ready to convert anyways. And then my PTF came right at the same time as the route going up for me to have. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Jay,
It
does that
does
make
make
sense?
sense. Look at
I'm ahead.
Mr. Mailman Derek over there.
What's up, my man Jay?
You
Greatest.
gotta turn it sideways. You're not
Sheba.
Nick. You gotta turn your phone sideways.
I know. One second.
Hey, what's his name again? He said,
I'm trying to get set up here.
Derek.
I just watched Twisters. Not
Derek.
good. Not great.
Got
What's
the-
going on?
hi, Derek.
What's up, Derek?
Hi, Sheba. How you doing?
Been watching your content.
Yeah, me
checking
too.
you out.
Like,
I've seen
you
you
put
on
up great stuff.
Now we get to
Hey.
look up your nose.
Can you see me? Hold on a second. I'm trying to get this thing worked here.
How do
But
you
we can.
You're picking on my hands, now you're picking on his nose.
That's kind of my thing. All of you guys are actually workers. I'm not really a worker.
All right. What's up?
I stand around and do nothing.
What's going on?
Derek?
That's crazy, huh? The UPS guy? That's crazy.
How you joining in and just trying to change our conversation, man?
Oh, I didn't know what you're talking about. What's going on? What are you talking?
He's just like, the UPS guy.
Yeah,
bro.
okay, yeah.
So let me catch you up to speed.
Yeah.
Sheba is finally converting to career.
Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Seriously.
And now she's going to be more broke.
Oh, of course. Yeah. You lose money when you go career. Absolutely.
Yes.
Now you get all the benefits. You got to put in your 401k.
Yeah.
No, TSP.
Excited.
TSP. Thrift.
I'm going to ruin this whole conversation, man.
Yo, you guys are something else.
Throughout the whole new lingo, because now apparently there's a whole new system that I have to learn. As a CCA, it's completely different. So I guess I gotta, get to studying, figuring it out.
Did you go to that class yet?
You said that I
Conversion
go.
class.
Did you go to that conversion class yet?
Oh, is there one that comes with it when you convert? Okay,
Yes.
so no.
That'll be coming up.
Okay.
Get a light here, man.
You just drive around the neighborhood to the right and put the paper in the boxes, and then these two guys will teach you everything else. There you go.
Shit, we don't. I don't know anything about delivering. The closest I come to delivering is when I take the students out. You guys, when you had to do your course,
Yes.
you guys had to do a controlled course. So we have mailboxes on our controlled course. And what I like to do is I'll take them into a neighborhood and actually have them touching mailboxes in the neighborhood, because then they get the reality of what it's like to have a garbage can sitting next to a sofa, sitting next to a tree. And they're like, well, how do I get there? I said, I don't know. I'm not a carrier. You got to figure this out. They're like, really? I'm like, this is a job you chose. I don't know. Yeah, they get upset about that. But it's pretty funny to me because that's the job. But it's real life, so they get to experience it. And it's cute. But, we over here being nice about it. I got about 25 minutes left. What's up with your pay, man? What's going on? You've been here for a minute, Chooch. How many times have you seen this contract go flip-flop? Let's keep it 100.
Oh, my God. I mean, I've been through 4 contracts now in my career, and you see the timelines on the last 3. They take a while, but eventually they come to fruition. This one is just this is just unlike anything else. What's happening right now, the lack of transparency, the fact that everyone's talking about let's do a full on call out. Let's do a full on strike if we have to. I'm sitting there saying, as a guy who's been here for a minute, to say that I understand, like to say why people are jumping ship and not sticking around. I understand the frustration for the table too. I think it's an atrocity, and the fact that I have as much time as I am, but yet I feel like I work as much hours as anybody. Whether I was new, whether I've been there forever, they are working us to the bone. I haven't seen a drop day in the last 2 years unless I block it unless I block it off with annual leave. You know, and it just keeps going on and on. And I don't call out. I'm never late. I do the job the way it's supposed to be done. I take my lunches. I take my breaks.
Sounds
Um,
like Nick. Sounds like Nick.
I see. Yeah, it sounds like Nick's crazy. Even I can't. I don't want all that extra time. I want to be able to see my family once in a while. Besides when I'm on annual, and it just isn't a reality, and it's extremely frustrating after almost 2 decades that it just keeps getting worse and worse. And thankful for the job. I love the job. I love being a carrier. I'm in a great area to be a carrier. It's just hard to watch, like how people come and go, and that I understand why there's so much frustration with people coming in new and harassment you got to deal with. I said I've learned to just laugh in their faces at this point. I don't let them intimidate me or rush me. It's sad to watch how shitty management can be to human beings. Like I hear Derek say what he says. I watch everyone's videos and I sit there and just say, it's this shouldn't be happening after all these years, but it keeps happening. Sheba, same thing. I see what you say. I see how the people are talked to and treated. I mean, they try that, and it does bother me still to a certain degree, but nowhere near as much as it bothered me in the past.
Okay. All right. I got a couple questions for each of you, okay? Who's gonna
Shoot,
who's gonna
shoot.
start with the answers?
I'll go. Go ahead, shoot.
Go? Okay. The first question, how long you been with it? That's not really the question. How long you been at the post office?
7.5 years.
7.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So between you and Sheba, pretty much you've been around the post office long enough, right?
Yeah, this is my third contract. I got in there right at the first. This is my third contract, so I got in there right at like 2007, 2016, the end of 2016. So
Okay. If you could name one, one, just one, what is the biggest challenge you face on a daily basis as a carrier?
dealing with
One.
supervisors,
Really?
yes,
Okay.
getting in and out of the office smoothly with no, whatever you want to call it, just no messiness. It's always just fighting, where you are on the list for overtime. Because they always give the senior carriers the choice. It's crazy. It's just, I'll keep it simple. Getting out of the office, honestly, that's the biggest challenge. Once you're on the street, you just have the stuff that every carrier deals with. Dogs, bees, whatever. But it's the messiness in the office, just getting onto the street. Honestly.
Okay.
And everyone, even the workplace, the carriers are kind of ruthless to each other too. So it's just messy. So that's my biggest challenge.
Okay. About it, Sheba, what's your biggest challenge? Number one, just one.
I'm gonna say management, and I'm going to be specific on the part that's the most challenging when it comes to management. For
Mm.
me, when you call in and you're sick, actually sick, sometimes if you just need a mental day, they will work you two almost 2 weeks straight after you come back to punish you for calling in. So it's like I get punished for being sick. So now I have to work like almost 2 weeks before I get a day off. So you're gonna take my days off from me now. Now you're gonna withhold my days off, and it breaks you down to the point where you're about ready to snap on anybody. By the time you reach it to like day 14, you're on edge. Now you're cussing people out. Now you're arguing with people because you're tired. You're tired, and that's something that I've been dealing with a lot lately. Like I've just had to deal with it. I mean, you get sick, you may need a mental day sometimes, and unfortunately, that's just their tactics. That's their way of punishing you for needing to take time off. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel like it's brutal. I didn't sign up for the military. I mean, it's very militant. But yeah.
I agree.
Well, your chooch can't identify because in the 18 years he hasn't taken one day off. I think there was a half a day he had to go get a tooth pulled, but after that he still showed up. So he and I
Not what I have to say. I have to salute him for that because there are carriers that's like that. I salute you. I salute you for that.
Let me reiterate. Yeah, I said, there is a sick call or two showing on my lifetime schedule. But, like I said, there's abuse and then there's that once in a blue moon, and again, I'm that once in a blue moon guy. I said, but she's 100% right. They will take it out on you. They will be vindictive. They will make it like, remember that sick call? Yep, now I got to get you for extra on the street. Now I got to get you for that next couple of drop days. I'll get you in for it. They will use that against you, and it's clear as day, and anybody will tell you that. Like, God forbid you get sick. God forbid you don't feel good. God forbid you need that mental day. And you decide to, and this is the thing, like, you're like guilt tripped and you feel like, oh my God, like I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't call out, and it's like, there I go. And now I'm going to start cursing. Fuck it. You gotta take that day when you need it. And they can't do anything. Yeah. But we, in our heads, we all think like, yes, they're going to get me. They're going to, and they do get you. So
right. You're right.
You have your job at the end of the day, but they get you for it.
Okay. So
they make you feel bad for calling out. That's what they do.
Yes.
They make you feel bad when you're like making that call or you're on like blue. They have you in your head like you feel bad. Like I usually like banging 3 times a year. That's like my thing. But I'll do like a double bang. You know what I mean? I make it count when I do it.
Count. Okay.
Right.
Because you need it. You need it. They work us to all hell, so.
I'm giving all the secrets away. How about you, Chooch? What is the biggest challenge you face on a daily basis? And I'm assuming yours may be a little different. I'm just assuming 18 years there, you have some history, so certain things don't affect you as much. So that's my assumption, but I could be wrong.
Management. Like they said, that management.
That's a 3 for 3.
I've yet to have anybody. Yeah, definitely a 3 for 3. I've had decent ones in the beginning of my career, and ever since then, it's been a very, very downward spiral. Because again, they never carried mail. First supervisor, first postmaster carried mail. They knew the game. They understood it. They talked to you like human beings. That you knew they did what you did. So now, no one in my no one carried mail. Barely even was a clerk. Somehow, they're told that they can tell carriers how to do their job, but they can't carry mail, and they never did carry mail. Very frustrating. That's my biggest challenge every day is to say, how can I possibly show respect to somebody who's just, looking to plug up their numbers to get their bonuses and doesn't have a damn clue about what I do every day.
Yeah. You guys are brutal. You guys
Agreed.
are brutal.
It's the truth.
But, okay. So I have I have another question for you, and let's see how this one plays out. We'll go in Sheba first. This might not be a long answer. Can you share an example of a successful initiative or change that has been implemented by management that has positively impacted your work as a postal carrier within the last 8 years on and off for you? Has anything, you left, you came back, you left, you came back. Has anything changed positive for you that management implemented, in your opinion?
Mm,
Okay, okay.
mm, I'm
Balance
sorry.
keep.
Sorry.
Really?
No, no. Oh, no.
Okay. Juge, how about you, sir?
Uh,
18 years.
18 years. Like I said, the last question more or less kind of just funnels into this question to say that, I I really can't find one particular like thing or ideal to point out to say that they have made a carrier's life easier. Everything is made to make the carrier work harder and seemingly make management do less. Um, like sometimes I feel like I'm supervising the room and being like, ask questions and referring, carrier, duties to management to say, well, this is how you should break up that route. Here, Chooch. Here's the breakdown sheet. Here, you know where to separate those routes, so you just draw the lines of what piece to give everybody. I'm like, I'm not supposed to do that. That's your job. Now you got it. Yeah.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well. Okay, we got two negatives. There's definitely got to be a positive. How about it, Mr. D? Derek, tell me something good.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with a positive. I'm actually gonna
Huh?
go with a positive here. I have a pretty good supervisor right now. There's 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 one, yeah, there's always one in the building. I'm out at an SNDC, so there's always one or two you got to deal with that you don't like dealing with. But my personal supervisor is pretty good actually, and I have an overburdened route. And when I've lucky enough I got this route really early in my career, so I've had it for 4 years now. It's overburdened, but I've managed to get the time, like so I basically get an hour every day. I had to work at it a ton, and me and him have gone back and forth so many goddamn times. But I've managed to finally get the hour like street time on my route. So give and take for a couple of years, and then yeah, like so. I'm gonna say yeah on this one. Like but it takes a supervisor to acknowledge it, and it takes a lot of fighting too. So, but yeah, that's one positive for me. So pretty much guaranteed now overtime every day. This summer's been like no other summer for us. It's crazy. Usually prime time is all the overtime you can eat up, but no
So,
one's taking vacations this year. I don't know why.
so I guess I mean that is for you, and
Yeah,
that was what the question was. It was for you,
yeah. Oh,
and
for the office? Hell no,
no,
no.
no, no,
There's
no,
no
no, no.
positive change.
No, I'm just speaking about for you. You did say that you're getting an hour overtime. That's great.
Yes.
Um, there are a lot of people that don't want it anymore. They just want to be able to work their 40. Hell, the new generation don't even want to work 40. Um,
Couldn't
and then
imagine not working 40. Yeah.
leave. Would you be okay with
Okay, well, I'm just
not working
going off the
40?
screen, but
No,
I'll be
I
okay.
need to work for like I work oh, pretty much to the 60, well, at least 56 every week.
Damn.
I couldn't live on 40.
Hmm. You
I
couldn't
need
live
my
on 40.
NS days. I couldn't live. I really couldn't live on 40. I
I'm
couldn't pay the
glad.
bills. Yeah, that's
I'm
the thing.
not glad that you answered it that way, but I'm glad that that was the
Yeah,
transition to the last part of my questioning for
right.
all of you. Um, and I guess we're going to go up to Chooch, which is in a different category at this moment because you said 18 years. I have a very good idea what you damn near above me right now. I'm sure you are actually now I'm thinking about it. Um, do you need to work overtime?
At this point, I would love to be able to roll back, to somewhere near 40, but I have never seen it in my 18 years. Anytime like we get a couple of consecutive drop days, it disappears. we're right back to working 50 and between 50 and 60. I know I'm going in tomorrow, and the schedule, shows 3 open routes, which means easily hour and a half. Like Derek, I have an overburdened route. I for the guy who's third in seniority in his office, I have the largest route in the office. Why? Because I choose to deliver the way I deliver. But I said I take my lunches, I take my breaks. The route's grown over the last couple of years with new apartments and whatnot being built on the route. And management, tries to every once in a while say, "Yeah, you could do your route in 8 hours. You're fine." And I'm like, "No," I said, "I'll get back when I get back." I said, "You want to come out and try it with me? Go ahead." And they know, but they still have to try and push. They still try to push you to get it done. And and unfortunately, a lot of people that are like under, the 5 year mark, fairly new, still skip the lunches and the breaks. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest weapon you can give management, is giving
Yeah.
that 50 minutes back a day, because they feel intimidated. They have to get back. And I'm like, guys, they can't do anything about your street time. As long as you're moving and delivering the mail and stopping so the scanner shows you're still for 9.5 minutes, and then 29 and a half. I do it every day with my phone. I time it. And then it's like, boom, the rest of the time I'm moving, I'm delivering, I'm covering my large area that I do. And I like it that way, because the routes that have lightened up with the decrease in mail volume over the years, they're all getting 2-3 hours of extra work on top of the routes. My duties most of the time in terms of extra work is staying in the office and casing and splitting routes before I go out to the street, because my route's so large. They're not going to give me 2 hours of another route. They'd rather have me in
Okay.
the office.
Right. Okay, so here's the thing. Do you need the overtime? I mean, I'm sure it puts you at, you're probably, if the overtime that you're talking about, you're knocking on 6 figures a year.
Uh, yes, with the, I mean, like I said, it's all forced overtime, but yeah, it does get to that number, and you're saying to yourself, "Wow, this is great," but at the same time, I have no life.
Right, right. You're
So
sitting here talking to four strangers.
yeah, exactly. I'm stuck here with you clowns on a Sunday night.
Yeah, I mean, and you got the best looking one right here. Forget about it. We saved the best for last. Sheba, we know you raking in the dough.
Uh-huh.
Talk to us. I got about 7 minutes. We're gonna leave it up to you. You want to run it out? Talk to us. Ask some questions. Ask the other carriers, because I know nothing. How about you? Do you need money?
Um, I have yet to see what my first check is going to look like, but I'm pretty sure, considering what it looks like now, that I do. I'm positive I do. You know, yeah, definitely. I'm going to be broke in the negative for sure. But I got to decide if I want to go on the ODL list.
Okay.
And
But you're
that
gonna
could
be
be, yeah.
you're gonna be rich though. You're rich with a career. You're gonna be blessed. You have two blessings. One is probably right next to you right now.
Oh, yeah, he went back upstairs. But yes,
Oh,
I do.
okay.
They're expensive. Kids are expensive.
Glad I don't
I,
have any.
yeah. Uh-huh. But I'm still
You,
deciding if I'm not, as far as going on the ODL list or not. Um, I do have side hustles, so I mean I don't have to if I don't want to, but I don't know yet. Don't know.
so you got two seasoned people, right? Right, one is right above you and one's right next to you.
Yeah.
This your world. I mean, you're gonna throw some of this on your channel too.
Yeah. I do have some questions. I have some questions. They're in my notebook right now for the two carriers on the video right now.
We could do this over. I mean, I can stop it and start it over and let you take
I
control.
questions too. I have some really good ones. I want to talk about the lunch breaks. He was speaking about the lunch breaks and about taking the time to actually take them, and that's our weapon for management. But what if management is trying to bribe you out of not taking your lunch breaks?
They can't. They can't. You don't get paid for a half hour.
Because
That's always your comeback.
we've have carriers who are getting in trouble for deciding, the ones that don't take them normally, deciding, okay, today I want to take one, because they're so used to them not taking one. that when they do, they're like, I know you can do it. I know you can finish this route. I know you can take this pivot. You don't never take your lunch. So they're like trying to tell them, you don't never take your lunch. So take this pivot and, skip it like you normally do. And then when you like, no, and you put your foot down, now they got an attitude and they're aggressive about it.
Mm.
Um,
So,
I'm gonna say the scan. This is the one time where you can use a scanner to your advantage and say, "Look at my scanner and look at how I don't stop moving all day. I'm gonna
mhm,
start taking my lunches. I get docked a half hour of my pay every day. I'm taking my lunch. They always use a scanner against you. Use the scanner against them and
mhm.
say, "Look at my scanner. It doesn't stop moving." And now you're gonna see it stop moving for 30 minutes every day.
um, the idea that some offices offer a no lunch system and say you sign something at the beginning of the week that says I'm going to go through with no lunch. They don't do that at my station. They are taking that 50 minutes off no matter what. You have to take a lunch break, and yet there's people that still aren't taking the lunch and the breaks, and I'm like, this is what may. And then you see this piece of paper hung up every day right by the clock, or right by where the time clock used to be, that shows everybody's times, actual office, estimated office, DOIS numbers. And I'm seeing like people finish routes in like 5.5, like their whole day, an 8 hour route that's estimated for 8 hours in 5.5, 6 hours, 6 hours and 20 minutes. I'm like, you can't
They
be doing.
post that? They post those numbers?
Yes,
Wow.
yes,
My office doesn't do that. Wow.
every day on the wall, and it's an intimidation thing. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm like, okay, I see me showing, right on 8 or over 8 every day consistently because the route is what it is, and you take that 50 minutes. You have to, and I'm like, wow, I'm seeing like I'm going down the list of, and it's a very small station. It's 15 routes, and I'm seeing under, and that cumulative time, that when that's under the total estimated time or the estimated time, management's winning. And it's like I understand the volume lightened up on certain days. It's going to be lighter. You're going to be a little bit under, but I mean, when I saw times that are showing 5.5 hours, like total, that's no good.
No,
That's
that's no good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's bad.
So, Sheba, I got 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Um, I can restart a new meeting and I can make you the host of this if you'd like, because you have two seasoned people and they're definitely full of knowledge. And I'm sure that Derek would like to learn how to have hair as beautiful as yours,
Oh,
I
I
Uh,
have
guess.
no hair. God, that would, what? Are you serious? I have no hair.
oh gosh.
I keep mine covered up because
I got
it's
a little
air
bit.
conditioned.
I got a little bit left.
Oh, you just gonna rub it in, huh?
Oh,
You gonna
you,
rub it
man,
in,
come
bro.
on. Give me a break. That's not fair.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not fair when I see a head of hair like
I
that.
married a hairdresser. What am I going to do?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Oh, there goes. There goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I def
Running.
I definitely have a lot of. I mean, it's quite a bit. I wrote it down last night. But I mean, it's up to you if you want to or not. I mean, we
It's up
can.
to you. This is your world, Squirrel. You got two that are willing and able, and I'm gonna send you obviously the video. I'm not gonna put this part of it just so you know. And I'm gonna send Derek the video as well because he's not gonna get the same type of viewers that you get, just so you know.
Right.
Um, you're gonna get a lot of thirsty.
I don't do
Okay.
I don't do YouTube. I'm just here for the ride. But I would love to be able to stick with you and answer anything you need me to. Please,
Yeah, no problem.
definitely.
Yes,
Yes.
it's up
No
to you,
Now,
young
problem.
lady.
I do have someone coming at 9 to drop off. Remember, I told you I order to be dropped off here in a few minutes. Can we do this again tomorrow? Can we pick off where we can pick up where we left off at, and do the questions then, or I don't know.